Well, here we go with the first ever podcast swearing contest reaction I'm doing. This is Hunter Stone won this reaction, so he's having me do something called Migi and Dali? Or Migi to Dali? I have no idea what the hell this is. I was checking to see if there's a theme song at the beginning, and all I saw was there's some music and some blood on the floor. So I don't know what the hell we're getting into here. This could be anything. So let's go and get into it. We're at the very beginning. It's episode 1. 3, 2, 1. Yep, there's the blood. I love it when the red water flows. So we're starting off dead as hell. That's a very closed off way to start a series. There's not many options from there, right? Well, at least it's pretty outside. Not too cold, a little bit of snowfall. Probably won't stick, you know. I see. So that's how we end, but now here's where we start. Okay. 1989. I see. What the hell? We only had 3 kids when we left. Why do we have 12 now? Oh, it's orphanage. Yeah, I know I'm old. You didn't need to remind me, like she said. Really? You need 2, so they can help each other. Take care of each other. Here's my advice. And that's all it is, just advice. Buy dogs in pairs and adopt kids in pairs. Oh, shit. Whatever kid catches that is the one we'll keep. There we go. Yeah, he's a keeper. Yeah, we didn't like any of those little bastards inside, but he's a keeper. And they died on the way home. He kept it for years, hoping they would come back. We know they do, though. If the kid is cute, there's a much better chance of getting adopted. That's just a reality, man. Check out the numbers. Oh, shit. He knows you're there, man. He knows you're there. Don't get manipulated like this. He's, Damien. There's no way. Right in front of you? Nobody believes that shit. I'm not going to watch the credits. I mean, I like the music at least. I have good eye discipline. It's just I be seeing shit out of the corner of my eye, right? Because it'd be funny if they show the family with some other kid. And you're supposed to assume this is a kid they're going to adopt and they get somebody else. So that would be ruined by the credits because credits just some spoiling bastards, you know? This ain't bad. I like the up-tempo. If you're going to be an unintelligible song in another language, at least be upbeat. I don't try to hear some sad shit in some other language or slow shit. The way my sleep's been set up this week, anything slow is going to put me to sleep. This ain't bad. I mean, it's generic as hell. But it's up-tempo. So, that automatically puts it in my top 20%. Not bad. Too long, as all these are. All of these are too long. The only thing American TV is superior to as far as Japanese TV goes, anime at least, the only thing American TV is superior to is their opening credits are short these days. They throw up the title and they F off. You know, American TV's got that part right. Everything else is not as good as anime. Sorry, he's dead. This could be a happy story. I don't know. I'm trying to make it dark. Put some damn shoes on, man. Plus, why are you already grown? Like, you look 15. You want to adopt a kid? Adopt a kid, man. This kid's old enough to vote. In Germany in World War II, he would be a part of the military by now. There's a way Japanese people phrase something, which I really like. From today on, they clarify. It'd be, from this moment on, I will no longer smoke. From this moment on, I will no longer eat meat. Right? Like they clarify what they delineate what they're talking about. Right? We don't do that in America. We may be like, I'll start eating. I'll start being a vegetarian right now, but it won't be from this moment on. Right? Oh shit. It's a second kid. I didn't order a second kid. You should have. You should have ordered a second kid. Yeah, see, that's my Satanistic paraphernalia. So I don't want you opening that box. Yeah, he's definitely evil, right? Yep, you don't want them to see what's in that box. Those are the skulls of his enemies so far. Yeah, let me close this door. Alright. I knew he was evil. I knew it. Because he put himself in front of them protecting that dog. That was all very calculated. You goddamn right. Game recognizes game, man. He's evil as hell. Yep. What's in here? I'm thinking skulls of enemies. Maybe Satanism paraphernalia, but this is Japan, so probably not. Some demonology shit. What the... I was kidding about the second kid. Okay, this is a twist. What the actual hell? Hitler. Yeah, that's a good name for him. Yeah. Yeah, I work fast, man. The hell do you want? Yeah, how are we going to work out this dinner situation? One of them eats every other meal, right? Good. Spill it to the brink. How's he going to pull this off? Maybe I'll go to the bathroom halfway through the meal and come back out as the other one. Okay, that's what I would do, actually. That's smart. Be like, man, you're eating more the second time after you went to the bathroom than you did the first time. Look at him back there. Look at him. He's behind the plant, man. Are you tossing food back there? That's a terrible plan. If they need to go answer the door, he's busted. Yeah. Yeah. Incompetent. You are incompetent parents. Two sets. Does Steve Jobs only wear the same shit all the time? Yeah. Well, we'll have to beat that out of you. We're taking you back. You're too weird. I'm sorry. Yeah, let me go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back. Yeah. 13, huh? That's still too old. This is dumb as hell, man. Just go to the bathroom halfway through the meal. The hell's wrong with you, man? This is dumb as hell. You wolf down as much as you can, go to the bathroom, come back, and wolf down the rest of it. Ooh, jambalaya. Can I take it to my room? That looks great, man. I thought it was just shrimp fried rice. It looks great. Yeah. For people who live in Japan, that's a Cajun dish. So I wonder, where's this? What we don't know what country it's supposed to be. Maybe it's supposed to be in America. Maybe they're magic. Maybe they're magic? If you have magic, you don't need to do the bathroom thing. No, they're not magic. They're just, see, this is so much easier than just excusing yourself to go to the bathroom and come back in a minute, right? So much easier. Yeah. Maybe they love the game. Wait a minute. You just had some sticky juice on your cheek. No, you don't. That's weird. The other kid didn't get any of the jambalaya. I would want to be this kid, because jambalaya is great, man. It's really good. Fortunately, they have no spatial awareness, no what they call it, peripheral vision. But we already knew they were idiots, so I'll get off that. I don't know, man. Yeah, see, that's why we actually got a kid. Yeah. The other one's like, I don't know, man. I'm glad I didn't get that job. We really got a kid for the, the the massage therapy. I don't know. You're giving me a lot of directions here. Will you make up your goddamn mind? Jesus Christ, man. Hold on, I just gotta bring in somebody off the bench. I'll be right back. My hands are just tired, so, let me get somebody off the bench. Yeah. Yeah. I see. Look, you gotta need to make up your goddamn mind, man. Jesus Christ, man. I don't know, man. It's a big ass house. I just realized. I bet it's supposed to be in America. Yeah, but every day's like this. We got to do this for 5 years, man. So it's Migi to Dali. Okay, we have a series title. Yeah, we'll talk about this at the end. But this is just like a Dinar Kuntz. I almost said Stephen King. Wash my mouth out. On his worst day, Stephen King is 10 times a better writer than Dinar Kuntz. Trust me on that. But before he sold out and all his writing turned to shit, Dinar Kuntz put out about 20 good novels when he was hungry. Once he got fat and, was successful, his novels sucked after that, right? But he did a novel just like this. Well, maybe you shouldn't be so goddamn oblivious. You guys got too many goddamn expectations of kids, man. Doesn't he have school? Maybe it's summer vacation, but goddamn. Damn, it's a full-time job being their kid. Jesus Christ, man. You ain't never allowed to just be in your room chilling? The cooking? Hey. Of course, I'm going to read Walk to Remember. You're not going to like that one. Well, clearly the kid's eavesdropping on us. Yeah. Cherry pie. This is definitely America. I know apple pie is the apple pie is the stereotype for America, but cherry pie is what's better. He's literally right there, man. There's another person in this house. But this is how they can know what each other says to their parents, so they can't be fooled. I told you how to do it this way. Why don't you remember? You don't have that going on. They are some demanding ass parents, man. No wonder they're evil. If the kids aren't evil now, they're going to be. Jesus Christ, man. There's some high maintenance parents, man. My mom was a single mother, worked at a bar. Incompetent. My mom was a bartender, single mother. She had 2 jobs most of the time. She worked in like a photo developing place. Hey, they were pretty good. They worked well together, man. A photo developing place during the day and a bar at night, right? So she had 2 jobs. Bartender, always had a different man. And she was less high maintenance than these parents, man. You gotta be shitting me. They want too much, man. They've got some image in their head of what they want the kid to be, and they're projecting all that shit on the poor devil child, right? Like, what if a child was evil and was gonna kill these parents, but the parents are so demanding and annoying, he just goes back to the orphanage? F it, Like, I don't even want to kill you anymore. I'm just annoyed, so I'm leaving. Look at the kid down there. Look at him hiding behind the legs. Wait a minute. He saw it, didn't he? Yeah. He definitely saw. He has to die. Incompetent. It's called a ladder, you moron. Let me introduce you to the concept of a ladder. He's going to kill him. He's going to kill him. Is he? Get him on the ladder and let him fall. I think the old man saw him. So, what's up with that second kid? Did he not see? He was, from where he was looking, it looked like he would have been able to see. Oh, okay. They mean well, I guess. You're too goddamn heavy. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Well, that's not good. That's not good. Yep, you are. Like I said, you're too heavy. You ate too much jambalaya, man. You're fat as hell. I feel bad for these parents. This high maintenance there. Yeah, no shit. The hell? What the hell are they doing, man? What are these kids up to? This old man gives a shit, man. He cares. I'm prepared to throw your back out again. My dad is the greatest dad in the world. He would not jeopardize his back on my fat ass. Trust me on that. He was the greatest dad ever. He wouldn't do it, man. Like, it's called being practical here. We got to be practical. Yeah. It's like you're lighter than air. It's amazing. Yeah. Can you get your goddamn hands off my eyes? You're getting your dirty, grubby little fingerprints all over my glasses. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, if you open your eyes, you would see the other kid, of course, right? Boy, I wish your mom would come out right now. Or a neighbor. Like, what kind of S&M game are you playing over here? Also, the other kids talking, people with 2 ears, you can hear what direction sounds come from, right? Yep. Yeah, that makes sense, I guess. Right? I'm with you so far. That's not very nice. She does, yeah. Well, to herself anyway. Hopefully not to you. Well, that is deeply disturbing. This is a great pilot. Feels like end credits are kind of long, so there may be something afterwards. It could just be, hey, next time on, I'll spoil the hell out of you. So we won't do that. But I'll go through it just in case. I wonder if the opening credits spoiled. Well, we knew that ahead of time, didn't we? By the time we got to the credits, did we know that there were two of them? Can't remember. Mm-mm. Because I wasn't 100% sure they were going to adopt the kid. So we did not know. So I wonder if like they spoiled that in the credits. This is a good song too. It's a little slower tempo. So not as good for my purposes considering I've had like 6 hours sleep this week. But it's also in English, which is a little disturbing. The biggest question I have is what country is this supposed to be taking place in? Because that matters, right? Culturally. Because we can have English, American TV shows that are set in Germany or Japan, whatever, Russia. This could be a Japanese anime set in America. It feels like it is. It feels that way. Yeah, they do have an after credit scene. Yeah, they were over there listening. It was a plan. Yeah. Oh shit, that's what they want. They want that money. Huh. Yep. It's a part of the plan, man. Let me pretty myself up. That sounds like a Japanese name, though. So they avoided this. I gotta play it. Yeah. How did you knock the hat off her head? Was it a fishing line? Bet it was. Unless it was magic. Nope, fishing line. See, all magic can be explained. Yeah. He hit. Nice. They faked the rain? Are you shitting me? And it wasn't even a real dog, was it? Faking the rain is a bridge too far for me. I know these people are idiots, but goddamn, they didn't notice it wasn't raining? Which is neither one of the names that they actually use with each other. Interesting. Brilliant. That's a brilliant pilot. Brilliant concept. Well executed. Super creepy. You don't know what the hell's going on. You know what their plans are. So that's all really good. Well set up. Yeah. Thanks Thunderstone for sponsoring this, man, because that was a great experience. Now, I do want to check out the credits just to see what they spoiled. Yeah, the credits were after the dog scene. Yeah, okay. So let's check it out. That dear child. Oh my god. Oh yeah. Spoilicious. You gotta be shitting me. Is it Miga $2 or Miga and Dali? Oh my god, this is creepy. Hey, I don't remember the dog. They must get a dog. See, it's still spoilers. Holy shit. Yeah, this one spoiled it. I think it's still spoiling shit, but if I do watch more of this at some point, which I want to, I'll have forgotten what the credits were by then. So, very, very creepy. Because, like, there's other characters they didn't have time to introduce in the pilot, right? I feel like they're hinting at some of those. There's a woman at some point, a girl or whatever. You know, you guys may be too close to each other. A little space is a good thing. This seems like a really dark series, man. The funny thing is that also I wonder why it was 89 when they saw the kid, but 90 like typically the way this works, the way I understand it, they take the kid back. Now I don't know what it works in Japan. This must be still Japan, right? But in America, they take the kid back, and then they live with him for a while, him or her. And I think there's like a minimum amount of time you have to live with the kid before you can adopt him. It's required by most states. Now I think each state can be different. We're weird over here in America, like, you know. But you have to live with them for a minimum amount of time, and then you can apply for adoption, and that can take a while. So when I first saw it was 89 to 90, I assumed what had happened was they had been living with the kid for a year, and when they talk about finally the day has come, this will be the day they can actually adopt him, like actually be legally their guardians, like permanent guardians and shit. But this was just a day, and maybe in Japan it takes a long time to just have the kid come to your house. I don't know. But when I was a kid, I think, let me see, I think I was 9 or 10 or something like that. We got put in a foster home for a little while. It was a Goldilocks scenario. There's 3 foster homes. One of my mom's ex-boyfriends had turned her in because she was having my older brother watch us, and I think he was only 12 at the time, and you had to be at least 13 or something. So he turned her in as punishment for dumping him, and then we got put in foster home for like 4 months. But the first place we were put before they could find a foster home for us was just one of these group homes. And there was this old woman and her son, and they ran it together, and she had a bunch of kids. A few of them were staying there more or less permanently. Most of them were temporary. Like, they needed a place where you could just stick a kid temporarily until they could find a foster home. And so there was be a bunch of kids running through there for a week or two, right? And then they had the mainstay kids, and it was fine, as I remember. She was kind of an asshole, but not really. She was just like, you know, she had a lot to do, right? So it wasn't abusive or anything. But that was kind of like this orphanage situation, right? It was like a big house. It's like a 3-story house. That was the first 3-story house I ever saw. You know, I'd never seen a 3-story house before because we mostly lived in trailers. And then there was a 2-story house, and then I was living in the attic to the 2-story house. So that was like a 2.5-story. But she was 3 full-ass stories and then an attic, right? And I remember being really impressed, like, wow, this is so much room. And so she had a ton of room, a ton of bedrooms. It was worked like a factory. Like, you know, she had everything set up. Anytime a new kid would come in, they would have clothes and bed and sheeting. And, you know, they have fresh sheets on the bed, and they had a room and shit. You know, me and my brothers had our own room. So she had a shit ton of bedrooms. She was well set up. And, of course, each kid she takes, she gets paid for it, right? So she was turning a profit off this shit because it was running like an assembly line. Like, she was probably getting shit ton of sheets and supplies. Like, we'd get a toothbrush and all this stuff, like, really cheap. You go to a dollar store and buy 20 toothbrushes, and then the state gives you money where you would have to, if you were paying bust out retail, you pay more. So she knew how to save money to turn a profit on this, right? But she was, I mean, you had a nice place to stay, relatively speaking. It wasn't lavish, but it was a nice place to stay. She wasn't abusive. You know, she was strict, so to keep us in line, so we weren't like, you know, abusive to each other. And she turned, she was just a very cunning businesswoman, man. Like she was probably 50s or 60s or something. She knew what the hell she was doing. And it was a similar line. Thinking back, I'm actually pretty impressed at how well set up that was. I don't think I appreciated it at the time, right? Anyway, that kind of reminds me of what they were doing in that first home. You know, it didn't seem like, you know, you get the idea of an orphanage, right? And you think of an orphanage, and it's like the dorm rooms, it's like a military school or something. That's the impression that Hollywood always gives us. More likely, I think in most cases, especially in modern day, it's more like what I'm talking about, some 3-story house where there's 10 or 12 kids or something. You know, a few of them permanent, most of them rotating in and out. Probably. I don't know. Of course, what I'm talking about was 40 years ago. So who the hell knows now? There's probably a hell of a lot more oversight now than there was then. I don't remember ever seeing anybody come over and checking out the living conditions, right? Anyway, yeah, this was great.